Hey, before we jump in, if you could just take a quick second to subscribe, turn on notifications, give this a like, and maybe drop a comment. It really helps support the channel. Your engagement means the world.
All right, let's get into it. Today, we're talking about something we all do, every single second, usually without even thinking about it. We're going to explore our bodies and the incredible ways they move and communicate. This is a language that is way older than words. So, I want to start with a question for you. Just for a second, check in with yourself. Right now, as you're sitting or standing there, what is your body saying? Are you leaning in, kind of curious? Maybe you're leaning back, super relaxed. Are your arms crossed? We're sending out signals all the time, and today we're going to learn how to read them. To really get this language of movement, we've got to start with the basics. You have to understand the instrument itself, right? So think of our body like a blueprint. It's the foundational map that every single action and expression comes from. We're going to start from the top and work our way down.
Okay, let's look at how all these different parts up top work together. It's pretty amazing how fast they can signal what we're feeling. I mean, think about it. Your forehead can wrinkle up with worry, your cheeks might get red with embarrassment, or your chin could lift just a little bit when you feel proud. Even your shoulders and chest get in on the act, puffing out with confidence or kind of slumping down in sadness. Every single part is a piece of a bigger puzzle.
Now let's move down to the body's core and our limbs. These are the real powerhouses that create all our major actions and define our posture. You know, the way you stand, shifting your weight on your hips, or the way you walk, bending at the knee and ankle. Even something as simple as waving hello depends on the hinges in our elbows and wrists. These are the pivots that let us move through and interact with the world.
And what covers all of this? Our skin. It's our body's biggest organ. But it's not just a wrapper to keep everything in. It's like a canvas where our feelings just appear. You know, getting goosebumps when you're scared or blushing when you're embarrassed. Our skin is this boundary between us and the world, and boy, does it tell on us sometimes.
Okay, so we've got the blueprint down. Now, let's zoom in on the most expressive part of our entire body, the face. If the body is a book, the face is definitely the cover, and it gives away so much of the story inside. This is where we create a ton of meaning, a lot of the time without even trying.
But before we get into smiles and frowns, let's talk about the engine that powers everything, our breath. Get this, on average, we breathe about 12 to 15 times a minute. It's just this quiet, steady rhythm. But here's the cool part. That rhythm changes with our emotions. When we're scared, it gets fast and shallow. When we're relaxed, it slows right down. Even this super basic action is a huge part of our body's language.
This right here is like the basic vocabulary of the face. You've got the smile, which can mean you're genuinely happy, but it can also just be a social tool for being polite, right? Laughter? Well, that's that amazing, uncontrollable reaction to something funny. Crying is this powerful release of big emotions. And a yawn, well, it tells everyone you're tired, or maybe a little bored. Each one is a clear signal, and they're understood almost everywhere in the world.
Now for head movements. These are two of the most basic but also most powerful gestures we use. A simple nod up and down, that's yes. A shake from side to side is a clear no. What's amazing is just how efficient they are. You can agree or disagree in a split second without saying a single word. And notice that it says in many places. That's a good reminder that while these are super common, they're not always universal.
Okay, let's zoom out from the face and look at the rest of the body again. We use these bigger gestures all the time to connect with each other, to do our little social rituals, and just to manage our daily interactions. These are the kinds of actions that build bridges between people.
Let's start with a classic, the handshake. It's a super common greeting, of course, but it's also a powerful symbol. It can literally seal a deal, showing that you've come to an agreement. It's this brief moment of physical connection that can build trust and show you're on the same page.
Now, what about folding your arms? The action itself is simple, but what it means, well, that can be a little complicated. Sure, it could just mean you're cold. But a lot of the time, people see it as a defensive posture, like you're closed off. It can signal that you're uncomfortable, or you disagree, or you just want to create a little distance. It's fascinating how a simple posture can create this invisible barrier.
And then there's the wave. So simple, but think about how incredibly useful it is. You can grab someone's attention from across a room, say hi to a friend on the street, or give a warm goodbye as they're leaving. It's such a friendly, open gesture that just cuts across distance and signals, hey, I see you.
And finally, let's touch on two super common actions that are more about just taking care of ourselves. Combing your hair is about grooming, how we present ourselves to the world. Blowing your nose is just basic hygiene. And while these aren't social signals in the same way a handshake is, they're still part of this understood vocabulary of actions that we all do every day.
So let's bring this all together. What have we really learned here? We've seen that from the tiniest twitch of an eyebrow to the way we stand, our bodies are always talking. All of these little pieces form this rich, complex, and really powerful unspoken vocabulary.
And this, right here, is probably the most important thing to take away from all this. You cannot not communicate. It's impossible. Even when you're being totally silent, completely still, your posture, your expression, it's all sending a message. So the real key is to become more aware of the signals you're putting out there.
Which brings us right back to that first question I asked you, but now with a whole new layer. Knowing what you know now, check in with yourself again. If your body really is a language, what's the message you're sending to the world today? What's your story? It's a pretty powerful thought, isn't it?
I want to leave you with this final idea. Long before we had complex spoken languages, we communicated with our bodies. This is our original, instinctual language. It's this deeply human way of connecting that we all share, no matter where we're from or what words we happen to speak.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.